in POA and in syntax, we'll be learning about how to arrange the words to give a meaningful sentence, right? And we'll be learning here parsing, and we'll be constructing a parse tree. So for constructing a parse, this is an example for a parse tree. Okay, S is a start node, and we have seen what is constituency. It is also called as. It is also called as constituents. We have seen, right? What is constituents? It is also called as
a group of words forming a single unit.
Okay, group of words forming a single unit is also called as a phrase or a class, right? So here group of words, the man is a group of words that form a noun phrase, constituents noun phrase, and this book forms a noun phrase. Read this book together forms a verb phrase. So noun phrase and verb phrase forms a given sentence. Okay, 1 minute students, I'll come 1 minute. Yeah, so we will be constructing a tree like this. So that so this tree we call it as a parse tree. To construct this parse tree, we will be using a context-free grammar. So context-free grammar, we have seen it has a set of protection rules. The rules of the form. This is LHS implies RHS. Okay. So this also we have seen, and we have this context-free grammar. A grammar is represented by 4 important components: T, N, S, R. The T is a terminal. N is a non-terminals, set of non-terminals, C is a set of terminals, and S is a start symbol, and R is the protection rules of the form. X implies gamma, where X belongs to non-terminals. What is non-terminal here? What is non-terminal? And what is terminals? What is the terminal represents here in the diagram? Terminal represents dash nodes in the tree.
Leaf nodes.
Leaf nodes, good. Terminal represents the leaf nodes in the tree. After from the terminal, whether I can be able to derive anything further? No, we cannot able to derive. So till here we have seen. So we'll see an example. So terminals mainly corresponds to the words in the language. So from the terminals, so terminals are the leaf nodes. So the leaf nodes in the tree represents what? Leaf nodes in the tree represents what? Whether it represents a POS tagging or a class or a constituents or a words in a given sentence.
Words in a given
Words in the given sentence. That's why they have a terminals mainly corresponds to the words in the language, while the pre-terminals corresponds to the POS categories. Okay, in the tree. So consider this context-free grammar for a language. I have taken an example where NP is a noun phrase. Okay, so each production rules of the form LHS implies RHS, where LHS should be a set of X. The production rules of the form X belongs to gamma, where X is it should be a belongs to what? Set of non-terminals. Okay, set of non-terminals. So taken this, if I have a set of terminals, so N, we are taking this example. Consider the rules. NP gives determinant nominal. So NP is a noun phrase which derives determinant and nominal. NP also derives proper noun. Then nominal derives either noun, or they given this pipe symbol. This is called as R. Either nominal derives noun, a single thing, or it derives noun followed by a nominal. Okay, so now this we call, how we can read this? Nominal for derives noun, or nominal, 2 ways. Nominal derives noun followed by a nominal. Okay, so here any words are there. So from this, whether I can able to construct a parse tree, this is enough. These production rules are enough to construct a parse tree. We have seen a tree, right? The previous example, whether these 3 production rules are enough to derive a phrase or to construct a parse tree, whether using these 3 production rules, whether I can able to derive a phrase or a sentence?
No.
No. So what do you want actually? To derive a phrase or derive a sentence? birds also I need. So I cannot use these three production rules to derive the phrase or a sentence, because it can only give me a set of grammatical category. That is what grammatical category it is giving. Noun phrase will derive determinant followed by a nominal. So I have to include some facts from the lexicon. So lexicon is mixing in the production rules, set of production rules. So what I have to do? So I have to include some facts from the lexicon to make a complete grammar. This is not a complete grammar. This is only a part of a grammar which tells you the grammatical structure. But lexicon is missing. If you have the lexicon only, I can able to derive a past tree, and I can able to construct a sentence. Okay. So what I have to do? I have to add few more other rules which are based on the lexicon. So what are the rules I am adding here? Now these can be combined with other rules that express the facts about the lexicon. So what are the rules that I am adding? Already I have three rules, production rules. Using these three rules, I cannot able to derive a sentence, or I cannot able to derive a past tree. This is a partial production rules. So if I want to derive a complete sentence, then I want to add a lexicon to the existing production rules. So lexicon or the facts is missing here. So I have to add those rules also. So I am adding a few rules. Okay, so I am adding what I have added. Determinant gives a, determinants give the noun gives flight. Okay, so can you identify what are all the terminals here, non-terminals here, and pre-terminals here? So I have 6 rules here. So can you tell me what are all the terminals, non-terminals here?
Ma'am,
The flight or non-terminals.
Here the flight or non-terminal. So non-terminals or the words present in the given sentence. Okay. Sorry, terminals, right? Terminals or non-terminals?
Terminals.
Terminals are the words present in the lexicon. So what are the words present in the given lexicon out of the 6 production rules? Why I have given three separately is the first three, with that I cannot able to derive a sentence. If I want to derive a sentence, and if we want to construct a past tree, I want a lexicon production rules also. So this forms the complete production rules. All 6 together forms the complete production rules. In the 6 production rules, the terminals are the words present in the lexicon. The words that are present in the lexicon are the flight. What are all the pre-terminals? Pre-terminals are the POS category. Always gives only terminals. So what are the POS category which gives only terminals? So that we call it as pre-terminals. Pre-terminals or the, if you want to make a note, terminals are the words present in the sentence. Pre-terminals or the POS category. What is POS category? Parts of speech category, grammatical category. Always gives only terminals. So what is the pre-terminals here?
Determiner.
Determinant and noun or the pre-terminals. And what are the non-terminals? All variables, noun phrase, nominals, all these other variables forms the non-terminals in the given production rules. Okay, so once we have a CFG, whether we can use that to generate various phrases or sentence in the language. So I have this grammar having 6 production rules. Whether using this grammar having a 6 production rules, whether I can able to generate various phrases or sentence in the language. I can able to generate a sentence. Yes or no? Using this rules, 6 rules, I have a grammar having 6 production rules. Using that rules, whether I can able to generate a sentence.
yes,
Either tell yes or no. Yes. So can you tell me, Vishnu, can give an example what sentence I can frame using the 6 production rules?
a flight, the
Very good. Flight. Okay, we'll take a phrase flight. So he is telling that I can generate a phrase flight. Okay, so I can generate a sentence or a phrase flight. So if I want to generate a sentence flight, how I have to start? Can you tell me how I have to start? I have to start with. So I have these 6 production rules. Okay, so I am generating. You are telling I can generate a phrase called flight. Yes or no? I have these 6 production rules. Yes or no? Please answer.
yes, ma'am.
I have 6 protection rules, and here students, we are telling that I can able to generate a flight from the 6 protection rules. So if I want to generate a flight from the 6 protection rules. So can you tell me what is the phrases I can have? What are the rules I can apply to generate a flight? Which is the first rule?
NP gives determinant nominal.
Very good.
And
Wait. So see next. So NP, he is telling NP gives determinant nominal. Then in that determinant gives nominal. So no. NP gives determinant nominal. Then nominal gives
noun.
noun. So that is my second step. See, first step, NP gives determinant nominal. In the second step, I have written determinant as such. Nominal gives what? Nominal gives here. Take the rules. Nominal gives either noun or noun nominal. So in this case, only one noun I have. So noun, nominal gives noun. Then determinant gives, how it is replaced? A noun.
A.
What rule I have applied? Determinant gives A. Then noun gives
flight.
Flight. So this is how I have arrived at the given sentence. So without these 3 rules, whether I can able to arrive at the sentence with the first 3 production rules?
No, ma'am.
Without the lexicon rules, whether with the grammatical rules, whether I can able to generate a sentence?
No, ma'am.
No. So if I want to make a complete sentence or phrases out of it, I want a grammatical protection rules and the lexicon protection rules. Like that, I can able to generate the flight. Like that, I can able to generate different sentences. If so, they may give a sentence and they may give a protection rules, and they may ask you whether the sentence is grammatical or not. When I can say a sentence is grammatical, if I can able to generate the given sentence from the given protection rules, then I can say a sentence is grammatical. Please make a note. A sentence is grammatical only when I can able to generate the given input sentence using the given protection rules. If I can't able to generate the sentence, whether I can able to generate a sentence flight the I can able to generate, or some other sentence flight flying. I can able to generate from using this production rules.
No, ma'am.
Flying flight. No. So if I can able to generate the given sentence using the given protection rules, then I can say that the sentence is a grammatical sentence. Grammatically, it is correct based on the given context grammar. Otherwise, it is not grammatical. Okay, like this, which are all the sentence you can able to generate. So thus a CFG can be used to randomly generate a series of strings. I can generate a string flight, the flight, like that. We can generate a series of strings from the given protection rules. They may ask what are the different combinations of different parses. We'll see. Okay, here also ambiguity all are there. So this sequence of rule expansion is called as the derivation of the string of the words, usually represented as a tree structure. So this you can represent as a tree also, like this. Okay, next one. So what is CFG? CFG defines a formal language, that is a set of all sentence strings of words that can be derived from the given grammar. So what are all the words that can be derived, or what from the given grammar, or what are the sentences that can be given from the given grammar? Okay. Next, there is one more concept which is not there in the slide. So I wrote it and I have written it here. Can you all able to see this, or I'll zoom it? Can you able to see this picture, bracket notation? Can you all able to see this figure, students? Bracket notation. This is also there. This is not there in your slides. I wrote and I have given that. There is another representation of bracket notation. What is the sentence here? What is the sentence here? Can you see this from the tree? Can you all able to see this? I am asking you people. You're not responding.
Ma'am, can you zoom it a little bit?
That's why I'm doing it. Wait. Now, if I zoom it, no, the down part I cannot able to. Now is fine. Is that fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So what is the sentence? First, I'll see the bracket notation. I'll tell this. I'll explain this tree. Then I'll tell you the bracket notation. This bracket notation is also there. It is not there in your slides. Please make a note in your notebook. So you please make a note in your notebook. It is not there in the slides which I have uploaded in Teams. I have made it here separately. Okay. See, bracketed notation means they will give a tree like this. So what is a tree? What is a sentence here? Can you tell me the sentence? Can you tell me the sentence? I prefer a morning flight. So what are all the phrases I have? I have a sentence S. S is divided into noun phrase and verb phrase. Noun phrase will give a pronoun I. Again, it derives a pronoun and it gives I. Verb phrase will have a verb followed by a noun phrase. So verb will have prefer. Noun phrase, again, it has determinant followed by a nominal. So determinant will have A and nominal will have noun followed by another noun. Okay, noun, nominal. So noun and noun. So morning flight. So this is a tree they have given. For that tree, they may ask you to write a bracket notation. Okay, what is bracket notation is you have to give a proper bracket for this. So first, wait. This I'll put it here so that you can able to see the bracket notation now properly. Is it visible, students? Bracket notation for the tree? Yes. So first bracket, you have to put one bracket and you have to write yes. That is the starting of the sentence. For this tree, I am telling the bracket. This tree will be given as an input. And they may ask you to write for 2 marks bracket notation for the given parts tree. So bracket notation is nothing. Inside which bracket, which are all the things comes under. So first we'll start with what is the first header node for the tree. Please be active. What is the first header node for the tree? What is the header node we have? S. Yes, so I am taking one bracket and I am writing S at the end of this bracket. So S is the starting of the bracket and this S ends here. This is the last bracket which ends here. This is the overall tree. Okay, so S gives what? NP, VP. So NP is one part, VP is other part. So I am writing NP here. So for that NP, what I have? So I am writing NP and I am another bracket is VP. I have it here. So VP part we'll leave it later. So first you will take this part NP. So S have NP VP. So NP will have what? NP will have what? So I am opening one more bracket and I am writing NP noun phrase. This noun phrase will have what? Pronoun. This is pronoun. So I am this has pronoun. Inside this pronoun, what is the word I have? What is the word I have? I. So I have written. This bracket is closed for which one? Can you tell me after I the closing of? After I have a close bracket, right? That is the closing of which one? Pronoun. After that, I have one more closing bracket, right? That is the closing of noun phrase. Noun phrase. Anything is there in the noun phrase? No, that's also noun phrase is closed here. Okay, so I have 3 openings here, but 2 closes I have done because pronoun is a word I have written here and noun phrase has, so this means that noun phrase has a pronoun, that pronoun will have a word called I. So I am closing that pronoun, closing that noun phrase. Anything is there in the noun phrase? Link? No. Next we have to go concentrate on which one? Next, we have to look into which part. So one part is over. S gives NP, NP gives pronoun, pronoun gives I. So I have written a bracketed notation here. Next one is what is the second part of start of the sentence? Verb phrase. So I am opening a bracket called verb phrase. I am writing VP at the bottom. So verb phrase will have what are the 2 parts I have? What are the 2 parts I have?
Verb and noun phrase.
Verb and noun phrase. Good. So first I have to follow this verb. Then I'll take up this noun phrase. So verb, I'll take verb. So I am opening up again bracket verb. So this verb will have what again? Next, what is there? Any other POS tagging is there or only the words I have after verb?
Word, ma'am.
Verb is what? Next to verb, what is there? Students, can you able to hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I was scared because of the network. So after verb, what is there? Tell me.
Word, ma'am.
Prefer.
Word prefer. So you have to write prefer. So in that bracket verb, I have word called prefer. So after prefer, there is a close bracket. That close bracket is for what?
Verb.
Verb. verb. Okay, so this is closed. Okay, so whether I have to close the verb phrase here?
No, ma'am.
Because it has another part, right? What is another part of the verb phrase?
NP, noun phrase.
So I have opened this verb phrase here. I have opened the verb here. Only the verb I have closed. The verb phrase is still open. So again I have to open what? Noun phrase. So under noun phrase what I have determinant and A. So I have to open determinant and I have to write A and I have to close A. Whether I have to close noun phrase now?
No, ma'am. We have
Why?
nominal is
Very
there.
good. So it has nominal. So I have to write nom. Then nominal will have what?
Noun.
Noun as morning and one more noun as
Flight.
flight. So this is close. So this is the closing of flight. And what is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 closings are there? Can anyone explain what is the first closing here? You please put an arrow for each closing bracket, and for your understanding, you can write this closing bracket is for this one, this one, this one. So what is, can anyone explain at the end there are 5 closing brackets? What is this first closing bracket represents after flight?
Noun.
On
It is a
noun.
closing of noun as
Noun.
flight. Yes or no? Yes or no? Noun as flight. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What is the second closing bracket?
Closing of nominal.
Closing of nominal. That is this closing. If you want, you can make a line like this. This open bracket closing is this one. This open bracket closing is this one. So second bracket is for this one. That is that nominal. Nominal opening is there. No, that is the closing of second one. Third one.
Noun
Noun
phrase.
phrase.
Noun phrase.
Noun phrase.
Noun phrase NP. Okay, so put a line like this. Fourth one,
Verb.
Verb phrase.
verb phrase.
Verb
Because
phrase.
verb phrase closes here. The verb phrase has the entire thing. Verb followed by noun phrase. Noun phrase has nominal. Everything is included in verb phrase. So fourth one is verb phrase. What is the fifth one?
S. Total S.
Yes, total S. S has NP one part and VP another part. The totally S. Can you all able to make the bracket notation now? This is not there in the slides. Please, if you want, you copy it in your notebook. They may ask in 2 marks. I give the bracket at the end. After drawing the diagram parts tree, give the bracket notation of the parts tree. Able to see this bracket notation? Yes or no? Is it visible? Please make a note. Don't tell it is not there in the slide. I have written it and I have copy pasted here. This I think somewhere it will come later. I don't know, but you copy it. Okay. Have you all copied? Can I move to the next slide? And after each bracket, where it is opening, where it is closing, you mark a line so that this bracket is opening here, closing here, so that it will be understanding for you. No need to give it in the exam, but for your understanding, I am telling. Even if you miss one bracket, then it will be wrong. This is the bracket notation for the parse tree. Sometimes listen, they will give a bracket notation like this, and they may ask you to draw a parse tree. Whether you can able to do that? Reverse way, is it possible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That will be given. Bracket notation will be given. For this given bracket notation, draw the parse tree. Don't tell me that, ma'am, say grammar is not given, production rules are not given, so we cannot able to draw the parse tree. From this, you should be able to do it. This means that S derives what? You should be able to. Or from this, they may ask derive all the production rules from the given thing. So what is the production rules from this grammar, from this tree? Can you tell me what are the production rules you can have? List all the production rules from the given parse tree. So many questions can be asked. One tree, in one set they may ask given a tree, give the production rules. In one set they may give a production rules, they may ask you to construct a tree. In other way they will give a production rules, they may ask you to, from the rules they may ask you to draw the bracket notation. Or from the tree they may ask the bracket notation. Or from the bracket notation they may ask the tree. Anything can be possible. So from the tree, can you tell me what are all the possible production rules? Can you tell me first what are the terminal rules? I gives. Pronoun gives?
Pronoun
No,
gives.
pronoun gives. It should not be I in the left hand side. What should be in the left hand side? Left hand side X implies gamma. It should be a
Preterminal.
So here pronoun gives
I.
I,
Verb
gives
prefer.
prefer. Determinant gives A. Noun
Noun
gives,
morning. Noun gives flight.
you
Or
can give noun gives morning or flight. No need to write two ways. Okay. Then what are all the other rules? These are the lexicon rules. What are the grammatical rules you have?
S gives a noun phrase, verb phrase.
Very good.
Then noun phrase gives pronoun
Very
or
good.
determinant nominal.
Very good.
Then verb phrase gives verb, noun
Very
phrase. And
verb phrase gives verb followed by a noun phrase. Very good.
then nominal gives noun followed by noun.
Noun nominal. Not noun or
Nom,
noun. Noun
nom,
or noun nominal.
yes.
Like that. Okay. So nominal gives noun. First thing you will take. Again nominal gives noun. The second one you will take it. Okay. So these are all the rules. You can able to write it for this bracketed notation. Anything can be asked. Okay. So this is the bracket notation. One minute. So do you have that parsley for book that flight? No, not book that flight. What is the parsley we have seen the example? The man read the book, right? Man read the book. Okay, that at the end we will do it. So the next slide, where I have already told this slide, we have explained this slide. When we can say a sentence is grammatical? When I can say a sentence is grammatical? When I can say a given sentence is grammatical, already we have seen, right?
If it can be derived from the CFG.
If a sentence can be generated from the given grammar, then I can say it is a grammatical as per my grammar. Or if a sentence cannot be generated from the grammar, then the sentence is not grammatical as per the given grammar. As per that grammar, if I can able to derive that sentence, okay, fine. If I change the grammar, then if I can able to derive the sentence, that is fine. As per the given grammar, if I can able to derive the sentence, then we call it as grammatical. Otherwise, it is called as non-grammatical. It's ungrammatical. Okay. And what is recursion? What is recursive grammars? Also, we have it. Rules also we have it. Is this an example for recursion? Is this an example for recursion? If so, justify why it is called as recursion. Recursion is also common in a language. So, is this a production rules? Is the recursion? If so, can you please justify why it is recursion? Is it a recursion?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Because from PP we go to preposition, noun phrase.
Proportional phrase. PP is a
Now,
proportional phrase. We'll go to preposition followed by noun phrase. Good.
and then in noun phrase, in that noun phrase, again we are going back to prepositional phrase. Now, noun and prepositional phrase.
Noun followed by preposition. Again, proportional phrase. So it will be keep on recursive. The function it automatically calls itself. Noun phrase is calling proportional phrase. Proportional phrase is calling the noun phrase, right? So this
Yes.
type of this recursion also, this is an example. They may ask, give an example for production rules having a recursion. So I am giving this. So here they have an example. So without the tree, if I give this example, you will not understand the bracketed notation. Okay, so for this bracketed notation, can you please make a note of this bracketed notation? In the next class, I want you to draw a tree for this bracketed notation and the rules for this bracketed notation. Okay, simply if I show this bracket notation like this, it is difficult for you to understand. That's why I have taken one tree. From the tree, I showed you how to draw. This example for bracket notation, example sentence for a recursion they have made with a bracket notation instead of giving a tree. Please make note of this bracket notation. Next class, when you are coming, I will ask you to show you the tree for this and the protection rules. Have you all noted down? 1, 2, how many end closing ends are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you all taking down this example in your notebook?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, take it. I'll give 2 minutes. If you miss one bracket also, it will be a problem. Take it carefully. I'll give 1 minute. Okay, finished. Done. Can I move to the next slide? Later on, you can leave some space, you draw and write the rules. Okay, next class we'll discuss. Can I move to the next slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What does context stands for? Generally, we will tell context means in what context we are talking. If you take a domain, in a sentence, in a domain, context represents what? If, for example, in a medical domain, if I have a paragraph related to medical domain, in what context this paragraph is dealing with? So what you will tell? It is in the context of, if I have a medical data set, in what context this data set is dealing with. So you will tell what context here. What is the context? If I have a medical data set, so if I ask in what context your data set is, so your data set belongs to what context? So what you will be telling your data set belongs to? Belongs to what?
The medical field.
Medical field or medical data, you will be telling. If I have your school students information, okay, all the mark related information, so that is your data set. So when I am asking what is your data set, what is the context in which your data set belongs to, then you will be telling about it is related to the students performance, okay, or sports related information or like that. Okay, similarly context mean in what context you are taking, but here in context free grammar, so what it is see, taken this rule, all it really mean is that non-terminal on the left hand side of the rule is all about by itself, that is free of context. For example, in context free grammar, this context, the word context refers to, if I have an example like A given BC, this is a protection rule, A gives BC, how I can tell? If I have a non-terminal on the left hand side, then it means that there should be BC present in the right hand side. I can rewrite A as B followed by C. This means that if I have a, there is BC, regardless where the BC is. It can be X, BC, Y or anything. If there is A, there is a BC. Okay, that's why I can, in that context, I can tell. I can rewrite A as B followed by C, regardless of the context in which A is found. Okay, next, or I can say B followed by C if I have present in this, if I have a rule like this, if I have B and C in the right hand side, I can say infer that A regardless surrounding the text, whatever it surrounds A, that is not a problem. I have an A on the left hand side. This is the context we will be talking in context free grammar. Okay, so if I have A derives BC means, so if A is there in my thing, then B followed by C will be there on the right hand side, like that. It is the context. This is the way we are defining context in context free grammar, but generally in context means in what way we are discussing, what we are discussing, that is a what topic, what is the domain we are discussing, that relates to your context. Okay, what is your corpus about? Corpus is speaking about what context, that is a regular meaning of the word context, but here context means in what context, how that words are appearing. Left hand side, if I have this, what is the combination? If I have a left hand side A, then that should be B followed by C should be there in the right hand side. Before B anything can be there, after C anything can be there, but B and C should be there. This is how we are representing the context in context free grammar. So can you take this rule? So next one we will see the previous thing I have to show this. No, we will see parsing, how to draw a parse tree. Before drawing a parse tree, what is the input we need to draw a parse tree? What is the input we need to draw a parse tree? If I want to draw one parse tree, what is the input, minimum input needed? What pa?
Context free grammar.
That is context free, that having a production rule, a grammar having a set of production rules, one set of production rule defining the grammatical category and other set of production rules defining the
Lexicon.
lexicon. So in my production rules, in my grammar itself, there are two sets of production rules. One set of production rule defining the grammatical category and other set of production rules they are defining the lexicon. Okay, so can you take this example? because this I will not show you again and again. Using the same example, we will be go through the entire slides. Top down parsing, bottom up parsing, everything. Please make note of this. I will not come back again and again. I'll ask nominal derives what you have to tell. Please make a note of this. Grammar, that's why I have given us two parts. One side is a grammatical part and other side is the lexicon part. So with only the grammatical part of the CFG grammar, I cannot derive any sentence or I cannot construct any parse tree. To construct to generate a sentence or to construct a parse tree, I need a lexicon rules also. That is using the lexicon, I should have some production rules also. That is given on the other side. Please make note of this. Tomorrow's class, we will be looking into the next one, how to construct this. See how to construct a tree for this and what are the two types parse, top down parsing, bottom up parsing. We'll all see tomorrow's class. Okay. So only this alone you make a note and keep it. Tomorrow we'll look into that. Only grammar part you write it. And if possible, you trace this and find out what are all the words you can able to generate using this. Book that flight. Flight includes meal. Like that we can derive many sentences, I guess, right? Book that flight. Flight includes meal. Does man. What are the possible article? So if you can able to generate the sentence from the given grammar, it is a. If I can able to generate the sentence from the given grammar, it is called as. The sentence is a. What type of sentence?
Grammatical.
Grammatical. So what are all the possible grammatical sentence I can able to derive from the given this one? You try. Okay, tomorrow we'll see. And how to generate a parse tree for all possible combinations, you'll see tomorrow's class. Okay. Is that fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes. Okay, students. Thank you. You can leave.
Thank you.
Thank you.